the heart of darkness, where shadows dance and raindrops whisper secrets, lies a world of spine-chilling tales waiting to be untold. Welcome back to J&M Paranormal, where we dare to venture into the chilling unknown. Gather around, for in the rain's embrace, secrets are revealed, mysteries come alive, and nightmares are born. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chilling tale. Get ready to be thrilled or chilled to the bone. The Carnival of Nightmares. Once, in a long-forgotten town, a mysterious carnival emerged under the pale light of the full moon. It materialized overnight, as if summoned by some unholy force. The townspeople watched in awe and trepidation as the carnival's eerie rides and attractions took shape in the dimly lit field on the outskirts of town. Among the carnival's sinister offerings was the notorious Carnival of Nightmares dark ride. It stood ominously at the heart of the carnival, its entrance adorned with flickering bulbs that cast a haunting glow. The ride's reputation preceded it, with tales of people vanishing and strange occurrences haunting those who dared venture inside. Rumors whispered of a malevolent carnival magician who cursed the ride centuries ago. The legend spoke of a wicked soul who sought immortality through dark rituals and necromancy. His maleficent ambition backfired, trapping his twisted spirit within the dark ride, forever bound to torment those who dared to enter. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the carnival came alive, beckoning the curious and the brave. In the distance, eerie music echoed through the night, luring the townsfolk toward the ethereal spectacle. Against the backdrop of a crescent moon, a small group of daring teenagers gathered, led by Emily, a headstrong young woman with a penchant for adventure. Drawn by curiosity and a dash of youthful bravado, they vowed to unravel the mysteries of the Carnival of Nightmares. The air grew colder as they approached the dark ride. The flickering bulbs seemed to flicker more menacingly, and the sound of distant laughter sent shivers down their spines. With trepidation, they stepped into the line, each step feeling heavier, as if an invisible force tried to deter them. At the entrance, an old carnival barker with hollow eyes and a tattered top hat greeted them with an unsettling smile. "Welcome, brave souls, to the Carnival of Nightmares," he croaked, his voice raspy and unnerving. "Once you enter, there's no turning back. Are you sure you're ready to confront your deepest fears?" Emily exchanged glances with her friends, and with determined nods, they paid their admission and boarded the rickety carts that awaited them. The doors creaked shut, and the ride jerked into motion, plunging them into darkness. The first scene depicted a desolate graveyard, with skeletal figures clawing their way out of shallow graves. The air filled with the stench of decay, and the ride's carts seemed to move on their own, taking unexpected turns. Panic set in as the teenagers realized they were no longer in control. In each subsequent scene, their worst fears manifested before their eyes. Emily found herself in an endless abyss, tormented by her fear of isolation. Her friends faced phantoms of their past, monstrous creatures, and nightmarish landscapes that defied reason. The carnival magician's laughter echoed throughout the ride, his sinister voice taunting and mocking their terror. Each twist and turn seemed to drag on forever, as if time itself had lost its way within the nightmarish labyrinth. As the ride neared its end, the teenagers' courage waned, and they yearned for escape. But the Carnival of Nightmares had other plans. It wasn't done with them yet. Suddenly, the carts screeched to a halt in front of a twisted figure wearing a tattered top hat and a malevolent grin, the carnival magician himself. "Welcome to my domain." he hissed, his eyes ablaze with wickedness. In a chilling incantation, the magician summoned the malevolent spirits trapped within the ride, and they swirled around the terrified teens like a haunting fog. The friends clung to each other, desperate to break free from the clutches of the maleficent magician. But just as it seemed all hope was lost, Emily remembered an old legend passed down through generations. In a trembling voice, she recited the words that were said to banish the carnival magician back to the darkness. As she uttered the incantation, the carnival magician's hold weakened, and the spirits dispersed into the night. The carts began to move backward, retracing their steps through the nightmarish scenes. The magician's furious screams echoed through the darkness as he was banished once more. When the carts finally emerged into the moonlit night, the teenagers stumbled out, shaken but alive. The carnival had vanished as abruptly as it had appeared, leaving only an empty field in its wake. From that night on, the Carnival of Nightmares became a distant memory, a tale told to frightened children around campfires. But the courageous group of friends knew the truth that somewhere in the shadows, the carnival magician and his dark ride awaited, biding their time for the next unsuspecting souls to venture into their malevolent realm. And so, the legend lived on, a chilling reminder that some nightmares are best left undisturbed. In the depths of a long-forgotten cemetery, shrouded in mist and darkness, lay an ancient burial ground known only to the most intrepid souls. Locals spoke of eerie legends surrounding this desolate place, but few dared to venture near its haunted borders. One fateful night, 5 reckless friends decided to challenge the sinister tales and embarked on a daring adventure to explore the mysteries hidden beneath the crumbling tombstones. As the group approached the graveyard, their lanterns cast wavering shadows that danced eerily across the graves. A chilling wind whispered through the trees, and their hearts pounded with a mixture of fear and excitement. James, the most audacious of the group, boasted of his bravery, attempting to hide the unease that gnawed at his soul. Unaware of the malevolent presence lurking among the tombstones, the friends descended into the crypt of an ancient mausoleum. The stale air surrounded them like a suffocating cloak, but their curiosity pushed them forward. As they explored deeper into the crypt's dim interior, they stumbled upon a hidden passage that led to a sinister chamber they had never seen before. The chamber appeared to be an abandoned burial site, with decayed coffins lining the walls. A sense of dread filled the air as they realized they were standing amidst forgotten souls. It was then they discovered an ominous sarcophagus, intricately carved with ominous symbols. Fueled by the intoxicating mix of fear and curiosity, they foolishly decided to open it, seeking hidden treasures or ancient secrets. As the lid creaked open, an ancient curse, long held in check, was released, unleashing malevolent spirits upon the unsuspecting intruders. Panic erupted among the group, and they rushed to escape the suffocating embrace of the cursed tomb. But their desperate attempts were in vain, as the spirits hunted them relentlessly, driven by an unquenchable thirst for vengeance. One by one, the friends fell prey to the wrath of the tormented spirits, consumed by madness and despair. James, the bravado-filled leader, was the last remaining soul, desperately searching for a way out as the shadows closed in around him. In a final act of desperation, James found himself trapped in a claustrophobic underground chamber. The spirits, with their ghostly wails, encircled him. As the walls closed in, panic consumed him, and he realized the horrifying truth: he was being buried alive. Frantic, he clawed at the cold, suffocating earth, his screams swallowed by the unforgiving silence of the tomb. But the spirits were unyielding, watching with empty eyes as the life slowly drained from James. His pleas for mercy echoed futilely in the empty chamber until they faded into nothingness. The cursed burial ground, victorious in its malevolence, claimed yet another victim, leaving nothing but haunting memories of a doomed expedition. The chilling tale of the friends who dared disturb the rest of the tormented spirits in that long-forgotten cemetery became a cautionary legend, warning all who heard it never to disturb the restless dead for the price of curiosity, maybe an eternity of suffering, buried alive in darkness and despair. In the small town of Ravenwood, a sense of foreboding hung in the air like a heavy fog. Among the locals, there was a chilling tale that sent shivers down their spines, the legend of the possessed doll. The story began decades ago when a toy maker named Mr. Aberrant crafted a sinister-looking doll named Isabella. Mr. Aberrant's life had been plagued by tragedy, and many believed he had infused the doll with the spirits of his lost loved ones. Isabella had an eerie porcelain face with cold, lifeless eyes that seemed to follow you wherever you went. Her dress was tattered and stained, giving her an unsettling appearance. The doll found its way into the hands of a young girl named Emily, who lived in a creaky old house at the edge of the woods. Emily was an only child and often felt lonely, so she cherished the company of Isabella, whom she affectionately called Bella. At first, Bella seemed like any other doll, but soon, strange things began to happen. Emily's toys would go missing, only to reappear in bizarre places. At night, Emily heard eerie whispers coming from her bedroom, and the sounds of tiny footsteps echoed through the hallways when no one was there. As days turned into weeks, Bella's malevolent influence grew stronger. Emily's once bright and lively demeanor began to fade, replaced by a haunting darkness that gripped her soul. She became obsessed with the doll, spending every waking moment with it, neglecting her friends and family. Emily's parents noticed the change in their daughter and grew concerned. They attempted to take the doll away, but every time they tried, they were met with inexplicable accidents and misfortunes. It was as if Isabella protected herself, lashing out at anyone who dared to separate her from Emily. One stormy night, the town's fear reached its peak when a neighbor claimed to have seen the doll moving on its own through Emily's bedroom window. The doll's lifeless eyes stared out with an unsettling intensity, as if it was searching for something or someone. The town decided it was time to put an end to the malevolence that had taken hold of their beloved Emily. A group of brave souls gathered at Emily's house, determined to rid her of the cursed doll. They entered the house, armed with crosses, holy water, and candles, ready to perform an exorcism. As they approached Emily's room, they were met with an eerie silence. The door creaked open, revealing Emily sitting on her bed, cradling the doll in her arms. Her eyes were hollow, and her voice was cold and monotone. The exorcism began, and the room filled with the smell of burning sage and the sound of ancient incantations. Isabella's lifeless eyes seemed to blaze with fury, and the doll began to levitate from Emily's arms, twisting and contorting in the air. Emily's soul fought to break free from the doll's grasp, but Isabella's malevolence was strong. The exorcism intensified, and the room shook with an otherworldly force. The doll's porcelain face cracked, revealing an abyss of darkness within. Finally, with a burst of supernatural energy, Isabella was expelled from Emily's body and thrown across the room. The doll lay motionless on the floor, no longer possessed, but the darkness within had taken its toll on Emily. Though the doll was now powerless, the malevolent force that had been unleashed left its mark on Emily's psyche. She was never the same after that night, forever haunted by the memories of her possession. As for Isabella, the cursed doll was sealed away in a vault deep within the town's archives, forever guarded to prevent her malevolence from wreaking havoc once more. The legend of the possessed doll became a cautionary tale, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks in the shadows and the dangers of toying with the supernatural. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more content just like this. Until next time, stay spooky.